You're watching Blunt Politics with Boston Brian.
Let's go. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Blunt Politics. I am Boston Brian. This is the world's greatest podcast, not brought to you by Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin or the Kremlin or Tenant Media. We are not sponsored. We are not funded. We are self-funded by beautiful people like you, beautiful people like Betsy, who has been a member for 6 months already. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? 6 months already. And welcome to the early spot. I know it's early for people on the West Coast. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever you're watching from, wherever you may be watching from. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's go to the chat. Say hi to everybody. Hi, Betsy. Hi, Alton. Hey, Susan. Hi, Russ. What's going on? Don, Leah, Patrick, thank you so much for the early super chat, my friend. I appreciate it. I know we're probably going to have a lot less people, let's face it. You know what I mean? Some people will forget that it was supposed to be early. Some people will just not want to wake up that early to talk about politics. But I do appreciate you guys being here. Mods, first off, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you dealing with the time change. And again, this ain't going to be a permanent spot. So hopefully you guys won't have to wake up either early or late, wherever you may be. I know Turpy just has to, he's got to play with them time zones, brother. What's up, Michael, Josh, Shelly, Turpy, my friend? Appreciate you. Terry. We got 2 Terrys in a row. Terry S. and Terry Souza. Let's go. What are the chances? Andrea. Susan. Lace. Christopher. What's going on? From Canada. Let's go. How are you doing there, eh? Pretty good there when you pass the puck into the corner there and you got to pass it back to the defense and then they slide it across on the blue line there, eh? And then they dump it down back into the corner to the right winger so we can pass it into the front of the net and get a good shot on net there. And then the goalie makes a good kick save there. Hey, don't you know? No, don't you know it's not Canada. That's Minnesota. That's Minnesota. What's up, Josh? Hannibal Lecter for Harris. Let's go. Let's go. I think the late, great Hannibal Lecter would definitely be voting for Kamala Harris because even though he likes to eat, let's say, I don't know how you say it, people, I think he's not as crazy as Donald Trump. Lurkin from Illinois. Let's go, Sherry. How are you? How are you, Russ? What's going on, my friend? What's it say? Minnesota's basically Canada. I mean, and then Mel calls where I live Canada, basically, compared to where she is in Southern California. Good accent there, Brian. I watched a lot of hockey there. So listening to the announcers there, you kind of pick up a little bit on what they, how they say things and how they go about their accent there. So yeah, pretty easy to pick that one up for myself after playing hockey for so long. Jennifer, what's going on? What's going on? Missed you all. Appreciate having you back. Hope you had a good time at the Derby there. Sent me a video of one of the coolest fire trucks I've ever amount of time. And forgive me, my hello. Am I back? How's that? I know. You guys have I know. Can you hear me now? Good? Back? All right. Eric says we're back. Rock says we're back. CR, give me the thumbs up. Petra says good. Patrick says I can hear you. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I don't know. Like I said, I was just dealing. Something's happening with the system this morning. I don't know if everybody's online because they're placing their football bets or what's going on, but I'm flowing through it. That's how we do. That's how we do. We're going to stay positive because we're going to start Project 2025 in blue, just like the shirt says. If you guys would be so kind as to hop out of the chat, hit the like button, smash subscribe. It's free. Share it out to your friends. Also free. That would be fucking fantastic. You could do that without spending $1. Thank you to everybody that's super chat and super thanks. The fucking Venmo, it's up in one of these corners. You could just take a picture, send a buck or two, take you 2 seconds. It's pretty awesome, pretty easy, very fulfilling for me. What else can you do? You can get shirts like this at getthemshirts.myshopify.com. It's fucking fantastic. The designs on there will honestly beat most of the bigger platforms that you see out there and their merch because Mel designed it all and she's fucking fantastic. Thank you so much. Yeah, hit the like button, please, guys. Please. I know it's early, different time zones. People are not sure what's going on. It used to be in at 1. Like I said, everybody's probably involved in their football teams. But all right, so a lot to get to. Let me see if I can pull this up here. No. What did I do with my phone would be great because that's where I had my notes, but that's okay. We're going to do this. I am going to share this one like this. Check this out, guys. Check this out. Oh, Dawn, hold on. Let me go back. Thank you so much, Dawn, gifting 10 memberships. Fucking fantastic people in this chat. Best chat on YouTube, baby. By far. I know. Time change. I know. I understand. Hey, Roxanne, how are you? Linda Lou, what's going on? Dawn, Surrender Monkey. Appreciate it. Yeah. If you've already liked it, I appreciate it. If you haven't done so yet, please hop out and do it because that it really helps a stream. Especially when, like I said, we're going to have probably a lot less people watching this one and inside the chat on this one just because of the time change alone, just because of, the NFL starting. But you know what I do need, which would be absolutely fantastic, is my phone with the notes on it that I have for the show. So if you would just be kind enough to give me 2 seconds, I will be right back. Alrighty. Back in black. I hit the sack. All right, we're back. We are back. What's up, Tanya? How are you? Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for your services. I appreciate you very much. Who's from Vermont? Morning all from Vermont. Somebody said, where did I miss it? Oh, there it is. Nope, I missed it again. It's gone again. Saint Alfonso. Have you ever been to J Peak? Oh, I love it up there. God's country. You can go skiing, hiking. They got the indoor water park up there. It's friggin' fantastic. It's friggin' fantastic. We could probably spend the whole 2 hours here just not talking about politics if you really want to, but I'm sure that's not why you come here. But love the early time slot, really, Marsha. I didn't think anybody would really be into it, to tell you the truth. So I appreciate anybody that did, make the effort to get up early or, make the effort just to remember the time change. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, Twitch is down for some reason. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. I kind of figured it would just be a glitch from last week and would be all right this week, but seems to be I have to do more digging behind the scenes. I do apologize to anybody that usually watches on Twitch but can't. I don't really know what's going on there. I'll have to figure that out at a later date, like I said. But all right, Russian Republicans. Republicans just rushing to Russian funding. Now, they're either complicit or, if you want to listen to their stories, just dumb as a fucking rock, right? You would have to be, and we'll go into the indictment. We got Tim Pool's response. He came out with what I think is a half-assed attempt at a response to all of this. We'll also be looking at J.D. Vance's childcare plan. We'll also be looking at Kamala Harris's fundraising numbers, which are just off the charts, if I do say so myself. We'll also be looking at Tucker Carlson had an interview with just one of the wildest whack jobs I've ever heard. And because of my love and passion and studies of World War II, and that being the topic of the discussion, I figured we could hop into that as just a little side reference as to what's going on. We can also check out what's going on in Ukraine and Russia as usual because of this gentleman here. Ukraine is still standing strong and have also developed a weapon that is scaring the shit out of Russians. Because when you can drop thermite from a dragon drone, they call them, onto, say, I don't know, a tree line where Russians are entrenched, and then that said tree line does not exist anymore in about half an hour, maybe shorter, and anything that is flammable, anything that can burn will burn. If your shelter, if your trench lines, if your bunkers are made from wood, say goodbye to that wood. And guess what? No more cover. No more shelter. And then guess what? The drones come. The artillery comes. The HIMARS come. So we'll be talking about that. We'll be looking into the, just the development of the weapons, the development of the drone technology by Ukraine. Hopefully we can have time to get into all that. But those are just some of the things that I would like to cover. What's up, Russ? Thanks, Brian, for all the work. Check your voter rolls to make sure you haven't been purged. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Russ, for bringing it up as an absolutely just a really important. It seems not consequential. Like once you've signed up, you should be signed up. You think that's how it is, and that's how it's going to stay. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. And not only, and that, Russ, you lead me to a good thought. Mel and I, well, actually, I will give credit to Mel. Her thought. Mel has come up with an idea that I agree with that we should absolutely be doing on the show. Is what we're going to do is we're going to maybe each week or once a month, we're going to pick somebody in the chat, right? We're going to highlight their efforts. We're going to highlight them going out and getting people signed up to vote. We're going to have people email in either stories or information or, what you do in your community or stories about somebody else that you know that is impactful in the community. And I would just like to, give that person recognition and highlight that person. That way we can develop some sort of, a need and some momentum for getting people out there and helping and getting people registered to vote. For example, the work that Benny Loco does. She is constantly out there speaking to people, getting people registered to vote, thinking about the election, thinking about democracy, thinking about women's rights. So just as an example that, something like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have people email in. We'll get the specifics down a little later, but just an idea that Mel had that I agree is a fantastic idea. So what else do we got? Oh, also shout out to Slacks. Shout out to Slacks. The head, the main priest of Bryantology has sent me another gift package full of a T-shirt for Logan. We got pens, we got pads, we got stickers. Oh, I got the shirt right here. Actually, check it out. Check it out. So Slacks, I do appreciate you, my brother. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Such a generous. So actually the second one that he sent me. Let's see here. Benny Loco. I'm out pressing the flesh, motivating those around me. See y'all when I get back to the Hizzle. Happy Sunday. Thank you, Benny Loco. I appreciate it. Like I said, the work that you do just is very much appreciated, and does not go unnoticed. I would just like you to know that. And anybody that is like Benny and does the things that Benny do, then that's what I want to highlight. So I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Benny. Yes. And what's up, Nick? What's going on? Lindsay, Jupiter, how are you? Bella, what's going on? What else can we get to? So what do we want to get to first? That's what I don't know. I know it. I have things that we want to talk about, but in what order do I want to bring them up? Maybe this, just because I have it set up. Let me move to the side here, and then I'm going to take this off. That way you guys can see it, and then I'm going to bring this in here. All righty. So what we got here is one of the most just not surprising. One of the most unsurprising stories that you could possibly think of, right? Like, is anybody actually surprised to find out that Russia is behind or paying or in somehow influencing some of the most popular Republican social media talking heads out there? Is that actually a thing where people think that is like some surprising, I don't know, just huge development that we didn't see coming? I'm not sure because I'm pretty sure we should have seen that one coming. All right, no thanks on that one. Let's just take a look at U.S. charges RT employees over alleged secret funding of right-wing media. U.S. Justice Department says 2 employees of Russia's RT secretly paid $10 million to Tennessee-based media outlet Tenet Media. The United States has announced a range of actions to combat Russian efforts to influence the 2024 presidential election, including the indictment of 2 state media employees accused of secretly funding a U.S. media company to sow political divisions. In an indictment unsealed on Wednesday, the U.S. Justice Department alleged that 2 employees of Russia's RT used shell companies and fake identities to pay $10 million to a media outlet in Tennessee as part of a Moscow-directed influence operation. Konstantin Kalashnikov, how fitting is that name, and Elena Avazinyeva face charges of conspiracy to launder money and conspiracy to violate the Foreign Agents Registration Act. U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, why'd they put why'd they have to put his middle initial in there? U.S. Attorney General Merrick B. Garland, Jesus Christ, sounds like an actor in the 50s or something like that, said the influence campaign has targeted U.S. audience with, quote, hidden Russian government messaging, end quote. Quote, the company never disclosed to the influencers or to their millions of followers its ties to RT and the Russian government. We'll get into that a little bit later, whether or not we actually believe that these people did not know or should have known where this money was coming from, or at least had an inkling of suspicion, which they did, which we'll get into, which is hilarious. Just how all of a sudden that the majority of your funding for your show is going to come from a single source that you don't really fucking know. Anyway, we'll get into that. Like I said, instead of defendants in the company claimed that the company was sponsored by a private investor, the private investor was fictitious persona. Garland said authorities would not tolerate attempts by, quote, an authoritarian regime to exploit our country's free exchange of ideas in order to covertly further its own propaganda efforts. No, I don't want DirecTV. No, I don't want Google Ads either. Can I just read it? There we go. Free exchange of ideas and orderly to covertly further its own propaganda efforts, and that investigations were ongoing. While U.S. officials did not identify the Tennessee-based outlet by name, the indictment says the company describes itself as a, quote, network of heterodox commentators that focus on Western political and cultural issues, end quote. The description matches Tenet Media, a network of influencers known for their right-wing views that include Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, Lawrence Southern, and Benny Johnson. Tenet Media and RT did not immediately respond for requests for comment. Rubin said the allegations, quote, clearly show that I and other commentators were victims of this scheme. So that's what they're going with right here. Okay. They're going with, I am a fucking moron. This is what this says, just in case anybody can't read between the quotes. I just, for some reason, can't highlight that. But in case, let me go back to, in case you're having trouble reading between the quotes on that one, that's what that means. Dave Rubin is saying, I'm a fucking moron. Like, I got duped big time by one of the most obvious things on the fucking face of the planet. That's what that's saying. And I apologize about the Wi-Fi if we're having Wi-Fi issues. Hope the sound is, at least if you can hear me, I appreciate it. That would be fucking fantastic. But let's keep going. This is Dave Rubin now. Quote, I knew absolutely nothing about any of this fraudulent activity, he said in an ex post. Johnson said he was, quote, disturbed by the allegations, which, quote, made clear that myself and other influencers were victims in this alleged scheme. Sounds like they almost had a planned response to this. Sounds like all of them kind of got together and said, we should probably play the victim. Poole said he had been deceived if the allegations were true. Quote, never at any point did anyone other than I have full editorial control of the show, and or the contents of the show are often apolitical, excuse me. End quote, he said on X. Separately, U.S. officials said they had seized 32 internet domains used for Russian-led, quote, malign influence campaigns aimed at interfering in the U.S. elections and reducing international support for Ukraine. Companies operating at the direction of the Russian government created websites to trick Americans into unwittingly consuming Russian propaganda. FBI Director Christopher Wray said in a statement, quote, by seizing these websites, the FBI is making it clear to the world what they are. Russian attempts to interfere in our elections and influence our society, end quote. U.S. officials have repeatedly accused foreign governments, including Moscow, of seeking to meddle in the country's elections, including the presidential votes in 2016 and 2020. Last month, U.S. intelligence agencies accused Iran of conducting cyber attacks on the presidential campaign of Democratic nominee Kamala Harris and Republican nominee Donald Trump. In May, director of the National Intelligence, Avril Haines, named Russia, China, and Iran as the most prolific foreign actors seeking to meddle in elections. U.S. prosecutors in 2018 charged 13 Russian citizens, yada, yada, yada. Right. So the meat of this is what's pretty fucking funny. The amount of money that these people were making, right? So I believe it was, let's see here, Dave Rubin, $400,000 a month. An extra $400,000 a month just rolling in from somebody you're not really sure, possibly did a Google search, didn't really show up anything, but maybe that's okay, right? It's a Russian name. We'll just flow with it, right? What did Tim Pool get? I think Tim Pool got $100,000 per week, basically $100,000 per video. I think he did one video a week. It comes out to roughly $9 million and change total. The funny part is, like I said, let's see if I can bring up the indictment here. Let's see if I can bring up the indictment. How's that? Can you see that? No, I'll just make it bigger. So let me do this. All right, here we go. How's that for you guys? Is that big enough for you guys to see? Gotta re-record my weekly video. What's up, Lakeisha? How are you? Hi, Lindsay. Lizard King, what's going on? Deborah, how's everything? Appreciate you guys joining us. Cats and Jam, appreciate it. Jen B, what's going on? Jolie? Where's Loqueta? I haven't seen Loqueta. She's still sleeping? Tam Jules, what's going on? Ceres? Appreciate you guys joining me on the early Sunday edition. Oxygen Crossroads, Sage the Scales, Tarot. Hello. All right, let me get back in the middle here. Hey, what's going on, Lakeisha? Good to see you. Appreciate it. Paul Young, what's going on? I know, with the buttons. I actually set up differently, so I'm a little bigger. I should be a little bigger in the corner here. I actually did a little work with it. I know I'm going slow now because of the Wi-Fi, but I do apologize. And then I have this one that I set up. Like I said, this is a different one where I can just slide, and I switched my chair, so I can just slide to the left, and then it's going to be right here, so I can kind of maybe point to things. It'll be right in front of me. So a little change there, and then I go back to this, and then I can do that. How's that? Bald Tim Pool. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Hey, Peter. Tim Pool, the dim tool, is a dang fool. Oh my God, so childish, but I fucking love it. So funny. I don't know why that just made me laugh so hard. So good. Hey, Jorge, what's up, brother? Corner Pocket, what's happening? I love pool, actually. Toro, what's going on? All right, I'm getting wrapped up in the chat. Hey, Vincent, what's going on? Hey, Roxanne, Danny, Terry. Who did I just miss? What's up, Wes? How was your you had company? What was it, last week or the week before, my brother? Hope you had a good week. Or weekend, I should say, with the company that you had. Pretty sure it was either last week or the week before, but I hope you had a good one. Tell Danny, tell Jess I said hello. Right. Tegan, everybody over there, tell the cats I said hello. T Freeman, what's going on? Arizona Sunflowers, appreciate it. What's up, Aaron? I mainly stay in Moorhead, Kentucky. What a name for a town. What's up, brother? Appreciate it. All right, so a little bit more into this. We'll get into Tim Pool's response. Let's take a look at the actual indictment here. So this is page 14 of the indictment. We'll just kind of skip around. Obviously, I'm not going to read the whole friggin' indictment here, but just some of the juicy parts. In or about December 2022, Founder One began working with individual operating under the fictitious name Edward Gregorian. And you're going to fucking love who Edward Gregorian is when I bring it up. And 3 purported representatives of Edward Gregorian, Persona 1 and 2 additional purported representatives, Persona 2 and Persona 3, to launch a new YouTube channel initially under the name, quote, Viewpoints Productions, end quote, on or about January 10, 2023. Persona 2 told Founder 1 that Founder 1's first task was to find personalities that could serve as a personality that could serve as the face of the channel, and that for the right candidate, we're willing to pay around $1.1 or $2 million a year, end quote. So on or about January 13th, 2023, Persona 2 sent Founder 1 a proposed contract for Founder 1's influential talent scouting services, with the Founder 1 listed as the agent and a Hungarian entity, Hungarian shell entity number 1 listed as the client. So has no publicly available website. In exchange for Founder services, the proposed contract awarded Founder $8,000 per month, plus a percentage of the deals that Founder One had with the influencers. Over the next several months, while Founder One continued to negotiate Founder One's contract, Founder One accepted the interim payments and began to scout for influencers for the new YouTube channel for Edward Gregorian. So I just wanted to get the timeline down. So this is December 2022. And then January 2023, right? So beginning in February 6, 2023, a short list of candidates for the YouTube channel, including Commentator 1, Commentator 2. Now, I might get this wrong, but I believe Commentator 1 is Dave Rubin. Commentator 2 is Tim Pool. And I believe 3 is Benny Johnson. And somebody can correct me in the chat if I'm wrong, if you guys know if I'm wrong on that one. But anyway, in the same email, Persona 1 attached a receipt for an $8,000 money transfer for an entity in the Czech Republic. That's always, never shady when that happens. And then let's get into the juicy bits. Here we go, right here. So basically, Founder 1 also advised that Founder 1 had reached out to Commentator 1 and will be speaking with him today. With respect to Commentator 2, Founder 1 cautioned that a contract would most likely cost, quote, well over $2 million a year. The next day, on or about February 7, 2023, Persona 1 responded that Mr. Gregorian, misspelling the name of Persona 1's purported employer, Edward Gregorian, was okay with over $2 million as long as we could get the right person on board under the right conditions. Founder 1 agreed to the contract, Commentator 2 as well. On or about February 8th, 2023, Founder 1 reported to Persona on Founder 1's outreach to Commentator 1 and Commentator 2. Founder 1 advised that Commentator 1 said it would be closer to $5 million yearly for him to be interested. Imagine that. $5 million a year. Just think of what blunt politics, right? What I could do with $5 million a year to run this show. Unbelievable, just unfathomable amount of money anywhere on the left. So when anybody tries to tell you, oh, it's more lucrative to be a left-wing commentator, it's, oh, you make so much money as a left-wing commentator, fuck off. Consistently, Republicans and conservatives in the social media space are paid exorbitant amount of money by billionaires all over the country. That does not happen to the extent anywhere nearly or remotely close, like it does on the right, on the left. So it's just ridiculous. So commentator 2 said it would take 1,000. So this is Tim Pool. Tim Pool said it would take $1,000 per week to an episode to make it worthwhile. So Tim Pool was maybe kind of a little bit smarter than the other ones on this one because he retained control of his content. So basically, all it was an extra $100,000 a week. He wasn't really required to do anything. His show didn't change. He wasn't required to do anything. And that's the thing on this one. So it's not like, let me just see if you can actually see me and hear me, because I always get scared that I'm talking and nobody can hear me. So this is not like Russia or the Kremlin was literally feeding these people exact talking points to talk about, right? So this is more or less they found people that already espouse and already promote and already say the things that they would want the American people to hear anyway. You know what I mean? So they're paying Tim Pool for his anti-Ukraine. So maybe Tim Pool, or definitely Tim Pool, got far more anti-Ukraine after this signing, after his $100,000 a week started rolling in. We could take a look at a clip where it makes absolutely no sense to the extent that he is pissed off at Ukraine in the video that he is pounding the table and shit like that. But clearly, these people and the Russians knew if they could get these high-profile people that already espouse the same talking points that Russia would love these people to espouse, they basically don't have to do anything but pay them, right? So then that will allow these people to continue to stay on the airwaves, to continue to push the fucking Russian propaganda, right? That has now become just U.S. propaganda. And then that will draw in more people, right? That will draw in more people to tenant media. And then that's when these other creators and other people on this platform can really hit them with the fucking hardcore Russian propaganda, with the deep, dirty, nasty stuff that maybe Tim Pool or Benny Johnson or Dave Rubin probably couldn't get away with on YouTube, right? So it's not Russia bought them cheap. 10 million is right. And like I said, if anybody actually thinks that the $10 million we're talking about is the only $10 million, is the only money, is the only scheme, is the only situation where Russia is trying to invest to interrupt our elections, to affect our society, I have a couple invisible bridges to sell you. So come on over and I'll show them to you and we can get a deal done, because you need to get your head checked, because this is widespread. As our great friend Philip Bittner in Kyiv would say, this is a direct attack by Russia on our body politic, right? So this goes a lot deeper than just this. So this is why this is a not surprising story, to me at least. Let's see here now. So Fonda One caution that from a profitability standpoint, it would be very hard for Viewpoint, public face in the name of the View, to recoup the cost for the likes of Commentator 1 and 2 based on the ad revenue from web traffic or sponsors alone, despite Fonda One's warning that Commentator 1 and 2 would not be profitable to employ. On or about February 14, 2023, Persona 1 informed Fonda 1 that we would love to move forward with the deal. So do you understand what that's saying? All right. Everybody gets what that's saying. So they were told basically there's no way for this to be profitable. There's no way you're going to get your money back. There's just no way that this is in any way, shape, or form going to make revenue, that we could profit from. Why are we doing this? People do this to make at least enough money to live a decent life and to fund the show and to make sure that they have the right equipment and to make sure they're subscribed to the right services and have the right microphone and have lights that work and the green screen. And you're still going to be able to pay your bills. You still have to be able to have a vehicle. You still have to be able to take care of your kids in school and healthcare. So you need to make money if this is going to be your full-time gig. As much as it sucks asking you people for donations and to Venmo and to buy merch, and I don't like that shit. If you think I like that shit, you're out of your tree, right? I come here to hang with you guys and to talk about politics and to learn with you guys. I don't come here to try to sell shit. I don't do ads. You know what I mean? I don't have fucking commercial breaks. This isn't brought to you by anything. I'm not fucking going to tell you that I slept on this fantastic mattress for the last 5 days and it's changed my whole entire fucking outlook on life. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Oh, look at this little fucking, not only is it wood, but you can put it in your mouth and smoke flavored something. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to sell you shit that I don't use. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, it doesn't happen. So it has to come from you guys. I have to ask, I have to be entertaining enough, be funny enough, be informative enough to warrant asking you guys for Venmos, donations, becoming a member for the channel for $2, patreon.com/Boston Brian, the 3 different tiers that you could choose from. For as little as literally $2 a month, you could be a member of this channel, right? You can contribute to this channel, and just think, there's 562 people watching here, which is usually half of what we have, which I expected, right? So if 562 people were to donate $2 fucking dollars, just think of what we could do every week. You know, and I'm not looking to go, I'm not looking to buy private. Understand? I don't have to talk to you guys about that. I'm about as humble as I get in this situation, right? I tell you guys early and often that I'm not a professor. I don't know more than you. I'm not teaching you. We are learning together. We are learning the ins and outs of politics. We are learning how to deal with American politics and foreign politics together, right? So I don't know. I appreciate you guys, but we got to keep it going, right? We have to keep the lights on, so to speak. And I'm coming really close in a point in my life where it's time to make a decision on where I'm taking this and how it's going to go. So if I can, build up this platform to a point where I can sustain my life, pay my bills. No, I'm not going to buy a Glenn Beck setup. No, I mean, I'd like to have a nicer setup. You know what I mean? I'd like to have a nice TV behind me that could play, whatever. Maybe not use a green screen and, have a nice, beautiful setup behind me. I don't even want to be in the position that I'm in. I'd like to be in California with Mel. So I'd have to get a whole setup out there and, like reset everything up. So that's going to take money. It costs money for the, U-Hauls. It costs money for electricity, gas. I mean, I don't have to tell you guys about it, but I mean, it has to come from somewhere. So I'm sorry. As much as I hate it, I know you guys don't like it either. I know you guys are extremely generous, especially the people that are in the position to do so. And if you're not in the position to do so, it's fine. I love you just as much. Liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, all free stuff, all helps the channel just as much. So thank you very much. All right. So rant over. So should we get into, I just want to show you here. I have to show you this. So I'm going to show it to you big again. No, I'll do this one. All right. This right here. And I'll go back to where it says that Dave Rubin got a little, actually, maybe I should show you that first. I'll show you that first. Just to show you that they did have a little skepticism. They did, or at least Dave Rubin did. Let's see here. On persona linked commentator growing. They actually Googled the guy. All right, so introducing commentator Greg Gregorian. The parties arranged a call between Commentator 2 and Edward Gregorian, which took place on February 22, 2023. In a scheduled call, Commentator 2 requested that Edward Gregorian call Commentator 2's cell phone. Instead, Persona 2 asked that the call take place on WhatsApp or Zoom. Both applications offered encrypted communications and the ability to place voice calls through voice over IP technology capable of obfuscating the physical location of the caller. Red flag, right? Red flags. Red flags. Why are we only doing this on 2 platforms that can be encrypted, right? Why are we doing this on 2 platforms that are capable of, encryption and making sure that you don't know exactly where I am? And the story gets even better because when Edward Gregorian supposedly went into this Zoom call that he was supposed to be in, which was supposed to take place at, I believe it said 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. The time is pretty much irrelevant. The guy actually hopped on an hour early and sent a message and said, "Hey guys, I'm here waiting for you on the Zoom call." And they were like, "What the fuck you talking about? The Zoom call's not for another hour." But guess what? If you were in Moscow, the time would have been correct. Red flags, fucking red flags, fucking red. We might as well be in China with all these red flags here, brother. I mean, they're going off like fucking whoo, whoo. And this is after they learned the guy's name. They tried Googling the guy's name and nothing showed up. They asked why nothing showed up. So they're trying to set this all up to see if this guy's actually real. So red flags all over the fucking joint, right? So let's keep going. On or about February 22, 2023, Founder One emailed Persona One that Founder One had spoken with Commentator Two, who was happy with the licensing agreement that we discussed on Commentator's Cool Call with Eddie Gregorian. Founder One continued, however, that he would still like to know more about the company and who he will be working with. Founder One added that Founder One had assured Commentator Two that as we finalize the contract and begin working to put the show together and coordinate launch, everyone will have time to get to know each other better and feel less like strangers. This story is fucking fantastic. On or about February 28, 2023, Founder One emailed Persona One that Founder One had spoken with Commentator One, who would like some material about Mr. Gregorian to learn a bit about who Commentator One will be working with. Asked if there was any links, press releases, interviews, LinkedIn profiles we can forward to Commentator One about Edward Gregorian on or about March 2, 2023. Persona One responded to Founders One email that writing that Persona One was unsure that Mr. Gregorian gave out any public interviews, but you could send Commentator One our LinkedIn page with a hyperlink to LinkedIn for Viewpoints Productions. Persona One also attached a receipt for another $8,000 in money transfer from the Czech shell company entity to Canadian Company One. On or about April 21, 2023, and again on or about April 24, 2023, Founder One performed Google searches for Edward Gregorian and for Bank One Edward Gregorian as of in or about August 2024. Neither Google search returns any results for a person by that name. I mean, we're almost buried in red flags at this point. We might as well just fucking stick some red flags in our eyes, our nose, our mouth. I mean, this is just unbelievable. How many do you need? 3 strikes and you're out, right? Three strikes. Is that the rule for everything? I think this should be. Holy red fucking flags, right? Much less any web pages describing Edward Gregorian as a financial professional affiliated with Bank One, which is what he asserted in the beginning. On or about April 24, 2023, Founder One emailed Persona One that Commentator One was really insisting on seeing some material, a profile, an article, whatever, anything on Edward before Commentator One feels comfortable moving forward. Is there anything we can provide? Anything. Persona One responded, we'll send you a profile on Mr. Gregorian that you could send over to Commentator One. Oh, please stay with me. Stay with me. You're going to fucking love this. You are going to fucking love this. Right. So, on or about May 4, 2023, Persona One emailed Founder One the CV to provide Commentator One. That profile is reproduced with redactions and blurred below. So, CV is like European resume. That's what they call their resume in Europe. To get the actual. Let's see if we can learn together here. CV stands for Curriculum Vitae. Vitae? It's Latin. Like I said, it's basically just a comprehensive history of their job history. All right, so this, like we just said, these people, they're a little suspicious. They're a little suspicious. Should be a lot more fucking suspicious, but they're a little suspicious at this point. They want to see anything because they can't find anything, this guy. And they're going to get a substantial amount of money. So they probably should know what's going on. This is what was sent over. This is what was sent over. And I am going to make this as large as possible. I'm going to get this out of the way so you can see it. I'm going to fucking see if I can make it even bigger. Is it possible? Can I make it bigger? All right, stay right there. Stop moving. All right, here, all right, we can go in. Right? Yes. All right, we'll do it like this. You're going to love this. We're going to read this, and it's going to be fucking fantastic. Right? You with me, everybody? Oh, thank you, Sally. Brian, you're in my monthly budget. Oh, that's fucking breaks my heart. Getting educated, supporting democracy, and having fun. Oh, I'm such a softie. Breaks my heart that people have to put me in the budget. Anyway, Christ. Thank you. Anyways. Edward Gregorian. This is, oh my God. You're going to love this. Listen to this bullshit. Experienced finance professional and investor, deeply engaged in business and philanthropy, leverage skills and resources to drive positive impact, supporting a range of organizations worldwide with a dynamic presence, mainly in Brussels and London, engaging in personal and professional pursuits in each location with a focus on poverty alleviation, championing free speech, and advocating for social justice causes. Now, just remember that last line. Just remember that last line. Because the problem that Dave Rubin had with this profile is not that it sounded like a fucking 2-second AI created bullshit fucking LinkedIn put together by some, I don't know, web creator. His problem was with the fact that it said advocating for social justice causes. That was the problem he had with this. Let's continue. Life and education. Born in Brussels, neighborhood 1975 to a French Armenian father and Belgian mother. Bachelor's degree in economics and management at, it's blanked out because it's a real place, cum laude. Masters of accounting, finance and political science, financial analysis and management, corporate finance at the blank because it's a real place, while working as a junior investment banking at a real place. And let's just say, I don't know. Let's just say my aunt, right, works at, I don't know, a college or one of these big banks, or at, went to, some Harvard or something like that. I'm pretty sure there would be some way to research that, to look it up, right, to prove that they actually went or worked at these places. And they're real places. They wouldn't be blanked out if they weren't. Just red flags on two. It's like if the fucking NFL started using red flags, and every time there was a penalty, the fucking ref is just throwing red flags, because that's what's going on here. So basically, this goes on to give just the most generic bullshit resume you've ever heard in your life, right? Just exactly what Dave Rubin, Tim Pool, and fucking Benny Johnson would think would be like, oh, great. Holy shit, this guy's fucking amazing. Look at what he does. I mean, it's just hilarious. Look at this. Look at the picture they sent, right? Look at the picture they attached. And guess what? What is a huge thing on like Instagram in Russia, Instagram in China, TikTok in these places, and even in the US, you could do this, where you can rent out a private jet that is sitting on a fucking runway that probably doesn't even fly, so you can take pictures in it. And now, I don't know if the face is blurred on purpose or if this is the way it came, but if this is the way it fucking is originally and you can't see the guy's face, red flags, red fucking flags, right? Holy shit. Let me go back to this. But I mean, anywhere in the world, pretty much, there's a company that you could find, especially in Russia, where you could go and take a picture on a private jet to make it look like you're flying on a private fucking jet to get that one great Instagram pose, or in this case, to trick 3 dumbasses on the Republican fucking social media sphere, right? Unfucking believable. Unbelievable. I mean, how many red flags is that? That's at least, let's see, Tam, what do you got? All of us would love a $400,000 a month job, but you have to be one of 2 things to accept that kind of money for being novice. 1, you think you're too cool and are worth this money, and 2, you're totally stupid. Well, Tim, you're absolutely right. But the problem is, or not the problem, but the funny thing is that's their defense. This is their defense. And let's get into what Tim Pool had to say. Let's get into Tim Pool's response to this. What is a large story, a huge, an issue where people will most likely be charged and most likely be convicted and most likely go to jail for something they've done in this situation. I'm not saying so much these assholes, because like I said, they're victims in this, so to speak, right? They're victims. How much money? Wes asks, how much money is too much money? Some think that I have too much. It's a good question. I mean, I think that's another huge discussion where we could talk about, how much money people should have and what what amount of wealth is too much and should be kind of reallocated, so to speak. But that's when you get into socialism and people call you a communist and all that bullshit. All right, let's see what would be the best way to show Tim Pool. I'm going to do it this way. Let's see how this works. I'm going to move the microphone. Dim stool. I mean, that had me fucking cracking up. Don't fuck with Ukraine, Andrew says, and I do agree with that sentiment. Appreciate you, Andrew, for being here, my friend. Hope you're having a great day, great morning, great afternoon, wherever you may be. What's up, Adam? Let's go. Appreciate you, brother. I don't know if my drops will work right now because I had to change mics earlier. And I think it's attached to this. I'm going to play one in 3, 2, 1. Let me know if you can hear it. I can't. Guess that answers that question. Yeah, that answers that question. All right, let's get into Tim Pool. Dim stool is a dumb fool with a bad stool. I don't know. I had nothing. I had nothing on that one. All right, here we go.
Tenet Media founders were raided just as the DOJ indictment dropped. Holy crap. We got a bunch of updates here. The Blaze has fired Lauren Chen. And we also have the Washington Post report.
So this is, I should preface this by saying this is Tim not responding to the allegations and pretty much not responding to any of this bullshit. What he is responding to pretty much is the fact that Tenet Media was raided. That's what his problem is. He does get into a little bit of a defense, but again, if I was caught in this action, if I was caught in this situation, whoo boy, would I be fucking scared. I would. If I was caught taking $100,000 a week from pro-Russian fucking people, from basically the Kremlin itself, through different pipelines, baby. Even if I was the victim, right? Even if we're in Tim Pool's position, like how fucking stupid do you look? Oh, thank you, Sama. Hugs to all, and hope you all have a wonderful week. That is very nice of you. Very much appreciated, and right back at you. What's up, John Deff, Tom Bias? What's going on, guys? What's happening? What's up, Bob? Hi, Angela, Stephanie, Don, Lizard King. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you being here. Are you telling us how much you make, Wes? Because honestly, nobody gives a shit. We love you, whether you're broke, whether you're rich. We don't give a fuck. Put it in your pocket. Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it. What's up, Mark? I mean, again, just fantastic to see when not only do you have mods come here and fucking, police the chat and help this show keep going, but when they contribute to the channel at the same time, that's how you know they're not just here as like, a part-time fucking just something to do. They're actually here and they're getting involved. So thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Please tell Elizabeth I said hello. Give her my best. What's up, Randall? BLT, Beth, Ichabod. How are you guys? Jeffrey, what's going on, my brother? Yes, please. If you get any memberships, if you're gifted a membership from anybody in here, please make sure to thank them in the chat and make sure to, think about re-upping on the membership, please, for the $2 a month it costs. $2 a month it costs. $2 a month. Like I don't know how to more. I could like $2 a month. That's all. It would be more than helpful. I could not tell you how helpful it would be. So I appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into Dim Stool here.
YouTube has taken down Tenet Media and Lauren Chen's channels. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. So here's the report from the Post-Millennial. Andy No says the founders of Tenet Media, the right-wing media startup accused by the U.S. DOJ of illegally taking nearly $10 million from Russian state actors to launder Russian influence, were raided on Wednesday as the indictment was unsealed, according to sources who spoke exclusively with the Post-Millennial. The sources who are not authorized to publicly speak on record said the authorities confiscated the electronic devices belonging to Tenet Media owners.
He's reading it like, it's funny that he's reading it like he's not involved in this fucking story. Do you get that? Like, you get that feeling? Like, you get that sentiment? You get that fucking tone in his voice where he's just kind of trying to make it seem like he's reading another Twitch. Yeah, I don't know what's going on Twitch. I just got a message. I'm not sure. I apologize, Twitch guys. Clip is very quiet. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate it. See if I can kick up the post. Let me know if that.
Lauren Chen also known as Lauren Yusum Tam, I didn't know that, and her husband, Liam Donovan, around the same time the Biden-Harris administration announced the indictment. I don't think the owners had any idea about the investigation, one source said. The raid just came out of nowhere.
As they do, typically not going to, notify ahead. They're not going to call ahead to do a raid, brother. I don't know if you know how raids work. Maybe on some high profile individuals, they'd give them a little advance. I think, President, the dipshit, fucking shitty pants, ex-president dipshit shitty pants, was notified before the Mar-a-Lago raid. Let's see here. Therapy, was it okay? How's it sound? Better, thanks. No problem, Therapy. Appreciate you keeping me on point there, brother. Thank you. Terry, what's up? Terry Souza. I like seeing all you guys. I cry that she is not alive, alas. Sometimes I just hop into a conversation right in the middle of a conversation in the chat, and I just get lost. So, Roadkill Meatball, what's up? Appreciate you. Raw Lou, what's going on? Hi, Beth. Hey, Vincent, Howie, Oxygen Crossroads, Lakeisha, Sylvia, what's going on? Yeah, no Twitch, Sylvia. I'm sorry. For the second week in a row, I'll have to figure that out. I thought it was just going to be like I said, a temporary problem, a quick fix. But obviously that doesn't seem to be the case. All right, so back to Dimstool.
Source said the couple, who are Canadian nationals living in Tennessee, had recently returned from a trip abroad. Chen, a right-wing YouTuber and social media personality, and her husband have not commented publicly. The company's social media accounts were still posting content just before the indictment was unsealed. Sources tell the Post Millennial that Tenet Media staff had been kept entirely in the dark since the indictment's announcement, with the founders not communicating at all with any employees or contributors. Tenet Media has not issued any public comment. Now, this is interesting. There was a quickly posted and deleted comment that said, "Fired employee here, access still. There is evidence we were..."
So Lauren Chen, who used to work at the Blaze, she was fired by the Blaze, right? So Glenn Beck's company. Maybe we could check into Glenn Beck, see if he has any response. I didn't see if he's got a response on this yet. I'm sure he's working on something there. But what Tim's trying to do is pretty much, again, distance himself. He wants to hammer home the point that he was just unaware that any of this was foul play that came from foreign entities from Russia. There's just no way. How could I know what this had? Hold on. Actually, one sec. You're going to like this. All right. In honor of Tim Pool, we'll throw on the Ukrainian beanie. How about that? How about that? Let's go. I got it ready, brother. I got it ready. I'm fucking around here. We don't fuck around. Let's fucking go. Oh, thank you, Eileen. Happy to be here. Love you taking everything, doing all I can every month. Sorry, I missed it. Every month because we need your voice. Well, we need you, and I need you guys a lot more than you need me. Put it that way. I am much more reliant on you guys. I am much more subservient, and I'm working for you guys, basically. So you guys tell me how I'm doing. You guys tell me what I should be doing, what's good, what's not good, what's funny, what's not funny, what's entertaining, what's not entertaining. So yes, let's go, right? Not only is it a beanie, but it's a Ukrainian beanie, right? It's a fucking Ukraine beanie. That makes it even better, right? It just makes it even fucking better that Tim Pool thinks that somehow Ukraine is our number one fucking enemy. Let's go. All right, let's get back into it.
Were actually funded by Russia, and it's a disgrace. We are traitors to America, and it was deleted within a few seconds. Very interesting. And now we have the Blaze has fired Lauren Chen. I don't think they've added much else after that. And then YouTube has terminated these channels.
Yes, YouTube has officially eliminated Tenet Media and their affiliates, whatever affiliates they may have.
This is absolutely crazy. And the one thing I can add to
what's crazy I'll tell you what's really crazy is the fucking 47 red flags that you guys fucking blindly ran by. You pretty much drove the fucking flags over, right? There's probably still red flags sticking out of your bumper if you go look, Chief. Your skateboard right now is probably covered in fucking red paint from the freshly painted red flags that you fucking bulldozed by to get that 100K a week, brother.
This obviously, as we had a show licensed to Tenet, we do sponsors.
Here we go. Here's his bullshit. And I'd love to know, Tim Pool, what's he say? He's got a little over 1 million subscribers, I want to say. So the guy's obviously making a good chunk of change. But I would love to know what percentage 100K a week adds up to his total revenue. So, let's say that added fucking 50, 60% on his total revenue of what he makes for the month. Then is that the majority of where the money is coming? Oh, Slacks, let's go. Were you here earlier? Christ, now I'm not even, this is ridiculous. Now I'm not on Instagram because they shut me off every hour. I'm not on Twitch because there's problems. For fucking Lord's sake. They just, I'm being attacked here by I'm being attacked by the deep state, by the mainstream deep state media is just not wanting me to be on these platforms. Let's go, Slacks. Appreciate you, brother. I got you right here, dude. I got you right here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I thanked you earlier. I don't know if you caught it, for the pens, for the shirts, for Logan's shirt. You're amazing. Just the love that you guys show is very much appreciated. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I really can't. It is a conspiracy. So if you could give me a second while I try to at least get back up on fucking Instagram, would be great. Which means I got to go through all this fucking bullshit again. Talk amongst yourselves. No, what's this? That's not what I want. Alrighty then. Audience is a public audience. This is the title of the show. I got to get this fucking stream key. What a faff this is. It's a faff. Blimey. All right. I think we're back on Instagram. All right, we're back. Sorry. What up, Minnesota girl? How are you? Minneapolis. How are you? Mea culpa. What's going on? How's it going? Yeah. Much love to Slacks. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's go back. Let's get back to Tim Pool. This is where he gets into his tiny explanation before he completely changes the subject.
Right. And now we regularly have ad sales where a company will come to us and say, we'd like to sponsor your show. And it's immediately now like, who are you? Where are you from? Why are you doing this? Because
I'm sure he's got tons of people just running up every fucking day. Like, hey, I got 100K a week that I would just love to blow. Is there any chance that you would be interested maybe in that 100K a week? For Christ's sakes, I'm happy with a fucking $2 super chat. I'm trying to get people to to become a channel member for $2. This motherfucker is getting 100K a week without asking questions.
The crazy thing about Lauren Chen is we've known her for so long. She's been a prominent producer for over.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe again, not something you want to maybe keep that to yourself. I don't know.
For a decade, she works for the Blaze. She was a contributor to TPU.
Used to work for the Blaze. She used to work for the Blaze.
USA, and everyone was just like, oh yeah, she's starting a company. Sure. This is nuts. But the crazy thing I would also add is it actually is very scary. This indictment is an allegation not yet proven in court, and that's a statement from the DOJ. The DOJ said that. They said
correct. It's correct. It's the announcement of the investigation. You half-witted fucking bald bastard. Thank you for that information.
These are allegations not yet proven to be true, and these individuals are presumed innocent. And that's not in reference to Lauren Chen.
Oh, thank you, Graham. Money only to you, Hal, Act Blue, and Vets. Fucking love it. Fantastic. Like I say, take $10 a month, pick 5 creators, $2 to each creator a month. You're helping out. You couldn't possibly imagine how helpful that is. right? That's what I do. I mean, you see me on the chats. I'm not here to be braggadocious, right? But I love being in other chats. I love gifting memberships. I love contributing to the channels, right? I love being on the shows. So, I mean, share the wealth. Again, I don't want to, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but rising tide lifts all boats. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. Let's continue with this fucking ape.
Or Liam Donovan. The crazy thing is that YouTube took down Lauren Chen's channel. YouTube terminated Lauren Chen's channel. She's not been indicted on any crime. She's not been accused of any crime. She's listed in this document. There are some damning allegations, but she's not yet been indicted. And YouTube just nuked their channels instantly. Tenet, I could understand. But even after that, these are still just allegations.
Why does she
Yeah.
need to be?
Well, on the Andy added an update.
Where in the YouTube fucking guidelines? I'd like to say. Hold on, let me go back to this. Where in the YouTube guidelines does it say you have to be fucking arrested in order to be shut down? In order for your in order for you to lose your platform? I don't remember reading that anywhere in the old fine print, as they say. I don't remember that at all.
Which says shortly
And now he's got his cronies trying to, again, help him out a little bit because, again, they're probably shitting in their pants too. Like, T, bro, this guy, you took fucking 100K from a fake fucking dude backed by Russian propagandists. Where else do you go from there?
after the report was published, Tenet Media announced privately to its staff that it was ceasing operations effective immediately.
Whoa, wait, where? When did he say that? He tweeted?
No, he just told me because he was watching.
He just told me. He announced it to me and me only. For some reason, he didn't tell any of the workers or the employees. He just sent me a message on WhatsApp. So I don't know really where he is. He maybe wants to Zoom too. He could be in Russia, could be in Paris, London, Brussels. Who knows? But he just sent me a message saying that the company is kaput. It is no more. It is no longer a company. Lady, please. Stop. Please stop telling people about my company. Is American company. Please. Tenet Media no longer exists as American Institute. Please tell people this. It would be great. Thank you.
And he just told me that you didn't update and it wasn't there at the top. And I'm looking at the
I see it. Yeah. Shortly after this report was published, Tenet Media announced privately to its staff that it was ceasing operations effective immediately.
Yeah.
If you guys ever wonder why Libby's on her laptop during the show, she is actively always working.
She's just always connected to the Kremlin. Whatever, she's just looking for anything that comes out of that Kremlin. She is directly connected to that Kremlin.
Yeah.
Well, I was just talking to Andy.
So,
right. Spicy Dragon. Correct. Oops. Sorry. My bad. Wrong one. Where'd you go? Right here. Spicy Dragon. You're also correct. Not only was it 100,000 per week, but they also had bonuses. So if they hit, I'm sure a certain number of views, or if they put out a certain, percentage of content or whatever it may be, they also had ways to make even more money. And then another point of this story that I would like to fucking point out, that this got so bad, right? This got so bad. Let me go back to the note. This got so fucking bad that, do we remember the Tucker Carlson bullshit propaganda where he went into the Russian fucking market and bought bread and was like humping the bread? Everybody remembers that, right? We all remember that? Well, even the Russians, right? Even the people behind this were like, hey, I don't know if we can post this. This is fucking, even I do cringe on this. Please, I think Tucker Carlson's video is too propaganda for our propaganda. Like, it was too fucking much. Like, they thought it was like over the top propaganda, right? They were like, people, this is going to be too obvious. This is going to be way too obvious that the Kremlin's behind this. It's in the indictment. It's in the fucking indictment that was said. They weren't sure if they should post that video because it actually went too far as Russian propaganda. But they ultimately decided to post the video because they wanted it posted, right? Unfucking believable shit. It really is. Really fucking is. All right, we'll get back into Stoolie dude.
Timcast, the company where we do the show, I'll give you a quick history. I started a YouTube channel a long time ago. Worked for a couple big media outlets. They paid me good sums of money when I worked for Disney and for Vice. Then I used that money to invest in my YouTube channel, which it grew and generated revenue.
Nothing, absolutely nothing to do with what's going on. We don't care how you built your channel. We don't care how you got your subscribers up to this point. When you signed that fucking contract for $100K a week from a fake entity made up by a Russian fucking propagandist, and I do have this too. Let me see if I can find this on the old interwebs. Oh, thank you, whoever Venmo'd. Hold on. You guys are so fucking sweet. Steven, thank you so much for the Venmo, dude. I appreciate you so much. Magda, thank you so much for the shirt order. I have a funny feeling I'm being charged. Magda says, I have a funny feeling I'm being charged $5 for one membership and $10 the next time. All right, yeah, we'll check that out. Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll check that out, Magda. We'll get right on that, see if we can figure out what's going on. I absolutely don't want anybody being charged anything they shouldn't be charged. That's not what I'm here to do. So we will absolutely figure that out. I do appreciate it. What I'm looking for is the article connecting a former Trump campaign advisor who has just been sanctioned. Let me see. It's AP. It's an AP article. Bear with me. All right, get rid of Instagram. And I just, after we do the Tim Stool, see if I can find this. AP. You know what I'll do is I'll let this play for you while I find that in the background.
Carl Benjamin had me do a guest spot on his channel, which gave me a bunch of subscribers. Shortly after that, I went on Joe Rogan, got way more subscribers. Big YouTube channels make lots of money, reinvested back into the company. The company grew substantially. So when, Lauren Chen approached us about a deal, it was like, hey, we'd like to license your show for distribution. That's the gist of it. The show already existed. It's on youtube.com/Timcast. It has 1.3 million subscribers.
Correct. I asked no questions. I didn't care. I didn't know where it was coming from. What the fuck? What do I care? I got my own skate park. Right? Like, think about what he's saying here. Right? Zero fucking questions asked. He was duped so bad that money coming straight out of Russia, straight out of the fucking Kremlin, straight out of the people mostly trying to affect our fucking presidential elections, giving this motherfucker $100K a week. No questions asked. Doesn't matter because I was on Joe Rogan. Unfucking believable.
Subscribers. And I was like, okay. And then that's it. It was not exclusive.
I was like, okay, yeah, I'll take it. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. I've taken Russian money before. I'll do it again. I don't give a fuck. What's your name? Gregorian? Fine. What's your name? Kalashnikov? Good. I like your gun. Appreciate it. Thank you, grandfather, for making it.
This is absolutely insane that I don't.
The one thing I agree with on Dim Stool on this one, this is absolutely insane.
No, I don't know. They fired her even. I gotta say, it really does look like from this reporting
that we are fucking morons.
She's gonna be charged. Her and Liam are gonna face criminal charges.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Usually, typically, always. 99% of the time when the DOJ or any, I don't know, federal agency comes after you and, announces it to this point, you're fucked. I'm sorry, not sorry, but they're fucked.
There's another statement in the story, apparently.
What is it?
That Donovan sent a message to staff saying, as most of you may know by now,
there's a federal investigation. There is a federal investigation
surrounding Tenet at the moment. There have been no indictments against.
No, please don't say indictment exists yet, because this indictment does not exist.
Us or the company. We've hired legal counsel and are working through the legal issues. We hope to provide more clarity soon. However, it is clear that given the nature of the investigation, we have no choice but to stop all work on Tenet.
Yes, we go bye-bye now. Back to Kremlin to face Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin to tell him we got caught, unfortunately. Sorry, your 10 million is no longer Mr. Putin.
I do not foresee it coming back.
Absolutely insane. I mean,
crazy.
The DOJ indictment's fairly damning. It says that
fairly. That's one way to put it. It is. That's one way to describe it, Tim. That's one way you could possibly describe it. It is. It is fairly damning.
When they were looking for remittances and they didn't get a response, they Google searched time in Moscow.
That's
a bold claim. But hey, these are allegations.
Yeah. Anyways.
I don't know what's true.
Due process.
Yeah. And I have not talked to Lauren Chen
since I got the money from the Kremlin.
Any of this stuff. And I think I only talked to her a couple times this year at all. And I think it was one time because she came on the show.
Yeah, a couple times this year. Not sure really what we talked about. She brought $100,000 with her, but it's besides the point.
With Pearl Davis, and we talked about dating and like marriage and stuff.
And she was here with Benny Johnson after that, I think.
Yeah. Tim's like, oh, блядь. So, блядь. Oh, I mean, shit.
She was here with Benny Johnson?
Yeah, she and Benny Johnson were here.
A bald claim. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. You guys are great. You guys are fucking great. Shit, show's going by fast. We got so much more to get to. All right, I'm done with Tim Stool. We're done with him. We're done with that fucking idiot. What a tool. Literally. No pun intended. Oh, sorry. Pun intended, I mean. Oh, my God. All right. I left my hat over there. All right, we'll just continue. We'll roll with it. I like it. I'll keep it on this is in memory of Tim's fucking, I don't know. What do you call it? Respect for Tim. No, nobody really had respect for Tim. His integrity. No, I never really had integrity. We'll wear this in honor of Tim being the stupidest motherfucker, along with Dave Rubin and Benny Johnson. And literally using that as their defense. I'm stupid is their defense, and you gotta love it. Hey, Brian, when you get a chance, you need to play the Short House Parks video where Trump looks like he's getting teabagged. I saw it. I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm a fan. I watch the shit. Can't put anything by me, motherfucker. I seen it, and it is hilarious. It is fucking hilarious. All right, what do we do next? That's the question. What do we do next? All right. We're going to get into the fat orange blob, sack of skin, wrinkled bastard, decomposing orange-looking motherfucker known as Donald Trump, because if you were looking for, I don't know, maybe a singular reason or a singular event or a singular example of why Donald Trump is incapable, physically and mentally, of not only holding office anymore, but in any way, shape, or form winning this election. He is physically and mentally incapable of winning this election. I'm saying it now, right now. It's becoming, I know we've been saying it for a long time, and we have been right this whole time that he has been declining, but I think we've now reached the point in his decline where it's almost getting too apparent. Like it's almost too obvious now. Even Fox, Newsmax, OAN, RSBN are struggling to kind of what they call sane wash Donald Trump's speeches, Donald Trump's responses. So we're going to look at this. We're going to get into this. I'm going to add, where am I? Oh, I want to add that to the stage. I also want to do this. All right, we'll do this. This is Donald Trump being asked at a panel at the, Economic Club of New York in New York City about what he would do to enhance the childcare services in this country, what he would do to help parents that are struggling at the moment with childcare. Which seems to be a big theme, is going to be a theme for the next few minutes, because J.D. Vance also has his thoughts on what policy should be brought forth to help childcare in parents alike. So let's get into what Donald Trump had to say. Let's see. Can you see it? Oh, Venmo. Genevieve, thank you so much for the Venmo. Thank you for keeping us informed. Your humor, passion, and compassion are heartwarming and restore my... Hold on. Gotta read the whole thing. Compassion are heartwarming and restore some of my faith in mankind. Well, thank you so much, Genevieve. So fucking nice of you. I very much appreciate it. Just a really kind act. Anytime anybody helps and contributes to any one of these shows on YouTube, because listen, I'm just a guy sitting in front of some camera, a camera and some lights with a big green thing behind him. So I'm no better, no different. The same, on par, right with you guys. Like I said, I like being in the chat just as much as I like being on camera. So thank you so much, Genevieve. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Warning, not sorry, I don't have one. I should. No, I can't. That'd be copying too much. I don't want to. I'm not stealing Hal's thing, but we could come up with something. But all right, let's get into his response.
President Trump, you talked about how the increase in the price of food, gas, and rent is hurting families. But the real cost that's breaking families' backs and preventing women from participating in the workforce is childcare. Childcare is now more expensive than rent for working families and is costing the economy more than $122 billion a year, making it one of the most urgent economic issues that is facing our country. In fact, the cost of childcare is outpacing the cost of inflation, with the majority of American families of young children spending more than 20% of their income on childcare. One thing that Democrats and Republicans have in common is that both parties talk a lot about what they're going to do to address the childcare crisis, but neither party has delivered meaningful change. If you win in November, can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well,
What specific piece of legislation will you advance? Donald Trump, your response.
would do that, and we're sitting down. I was somebody, we had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue. But I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that, because look, childcare is childcare.
Child, you know what? He fucking hit the nail on the head on that one. Childcare is childcare, folks. It is. And why Ivanka, what? Hold on.
That, and we're sitting down. I was somebody, we had Senator Marco Rubio.
What the fuck?
And my daughter Ivanka was.
What the fuck?
So impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue.
Right, which is why she's asking the question. She basically just gave us that impression in her question that it was an important issue. You don't have to restate that fact. She's asking for an answer to the question of what specific policy you would put forth. That's what this answer is supposed to include somehow, somewhere.
But I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that, because look, childcare is childcare. There's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly.
What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? The question was about child care specific policy. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Take a fucking seat, Gramps. Throw on some fucking, I don't know. What's that old channel called? TV 38, where you can watch the old shit. Throw that on. Throw on some fucking Fox News. Call it a fucking life, brother, because you are cooked.
And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including childcare, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having no deficits within a fairly short period of time.
Oh, yes, because we all, right. Okay. Righty then. Because we all know the one person you want to trust with the deficit is Donald Trump, right? Is Donald Trump, right? What do you add to our debt? What was it, like $7 trillion? What was it, like seven? I forget. What was it? I don't know. Let's see if we can see here. See if this works. Nope, I don't want to do that. This is ProPublica, right? Donald Trump built a nation debt so big, even before the pandemic, that it'll weigh down the economy for years. It's just right. It says right here. It says it's right here. It says you built national debt so big, even before the pandemic, that it will fucking weigh us down for years. It says right here. See this? Where is it? Right? See this thing? That's what that says. That's what that says. Sorry, Vince, it's not funny. What's not funny? Sorry, buddy. I'm not a fucking stand-up comic. My bad. Hot ass. All right, here we go.
Coupled with
Paul, he doesn't understand tariffs. So tariffs are made to encourage U.S. manufacturing, U.S. production, people to buy U.S. goods, right? He just does not understand the like. If he puts these tariffs in other countries, the goods are just going to cost us more money, right? These companies aren't going to just take it in the ass. They're obviously going to raise the price to offset whatever Donald Trump. He doesn't understand anything.
the reductions that I told you about on waste and fraud and all of the other things that are going on in our country, because I have to stay with childcare. I want to stay with childcare, but those numbers are small relative to the kind of economic numbers that I'm talking about, including growth, but growth also headed up by.
Now, let's remember, I believe she just said it was 20%, like it was nearly 20% of the entirety of what parents have to spend, and that, she basically just gave him what the situation was. And now he's telling her basically that it's not a big deal. That's what he's getting at here. It's not a big deal.
What the plan is that I just told you about. We're going to be getting in trillions of dollars. And as much as childcare is talked about as being expensive, it's relatively speaking not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take. Imagine
this asshole born with a silver spoon coming out of his fucking mouth, blowing through daddy's money, bankrupting corporations, somehow getting fucking banks to keep him alive. Foreign banks, I might add. And this motherfucker is going to tell regular citizens, everyday men and women, that childcare isn't expensive and it's not a big deal? Who the fuck?
It's relatively.
Shut up. Who the fuck are you to tell anybody that lives a normal, everyday life that childcare is not a huge fucking responsibility, a huge weight, a huge tax and fucking expense on their life?
Speaking, not very expensive compared to the kind of numbers we'll be taking in. We're going to make this into an incredible country that can afford to take care of its people, and then we'll worry about the rest of the world. Let's help other people, but we're going to take care of our country first. This is about America first. It's about.
Oh, way to tie it back. Woo, had to bring it back, right? Full circle. Had to get in America first, or like Make America Great in there again.
Make America Great.
Okay, or both.
Again, we have to do it because right now we're
just absolute nonsense, gibberish, fucking a decrepit orange, literally left out in the sun, somehow made to be president of the United States once, and now is just a bag of fucking bones wrapped in saggy orange skin that somehow his brain has melted out of his fucking ears on a golf course somewhere, because it ain't there anymore, guys. It ain't fucking there. That man is gone. That man is fucking bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, now the next one. Next one you're going to love as well. Let's see here. I'm going to do this because it's on the same question, on the same topic. The vice president of the presidential nominee that we just listened to. Let's see here. Should be easy to pull up. This should be easy to pull up. It's going to be, let's see here. He's sitting down with fucking Chucky Kirk. That's what I know. Of course, no, it's not going to be easy to find. Just because I said it. Does it give the video, though? Do you have the video, sir? Hello? Sir? Can you please show me the video? I'll be right chuffed if you show me the video. Anyway, I don't want you talking about it. Let's see here. Hear this one? Oh, that ain't gonna do it. That ain't gonna do it. Why is this fucking so difficult? Janie, all right. There we go. That should do it. That'll do. There we go. Oh, stop. No, that ain't it either. That's just a short clip of it. That is it, but let's see if I can get a bit of video. Here we go. So I'm going to share this one. Oh, Colleen, thank you so much. Supporting the future of the young, true patriots like you, Boston Brian. No, you guys, dude. I'm just a guy that likes to fucking speak and talk and learn and get involved in politics. You guys are the patriots, right? You guys are the ones sitting here learning about this stuff, coming out of your pocket with your fucking hard-earned money, supporting channels, supporting people. You guys are the patriots. You guys are the patriots. I appreciate you guys. That's how it goes around here. Just trying to bring this up for you guys. I don't know why it went away to begin with. Let's do this one. I kind of like this little side view. All right, here we go. Here's Charlie Kirk sitting down with JD Vance at some turning point. Fucking, I don't know. They basically it's a Klan rally without the white fucking capes and hoods is what this is. Just to let you know. Sorry, not sorry. So I'm gonna make this big for you guys. And this is like I said, Charlie Kirk once again asking the vice president of the presidential candidate we just listened to asked the same question pretty much on what we could do about childcare and helping people in this country.
What can we do about lowering the cost of daycare? Hayden, obviously a working family, and it's very hard for working families to get by. How will we lower the cost of daycare?
It's such an important question, Charlie. And I think one of the things that we can do is make it easier for family models to choose, or for families to choose whatever model they want, right? So one of the ways that you might be able to relieve a little bit of pressure on people who are paying so much for daycare is make it so that maybe like grandma or grandpa wants to help out a little bit more, or maybe there's an aunt or uncle that wants to help out a little bit more.
Okay. All right, fucking drop. It's so hard. Drop your kid off with grandma is not a fucking policy for childcare. Okay, this is not a new fucking phenomenon that fucking JD Vance just came up. You don't think that people in this country are utilizing their parents, the grandparents of the children, to help them with childcare already, right? If you don't think that's already fucking happening, you are. Like I said, I got several invisible bridges to sell you, and I would love for you to come meet up and take a look at them. Because that is just fucking, let's live one more time.
People who are paying so much for daycare is make it so that maybe like grandma or grandpa wants to help out a little.
Let's just think for a second what has to take place here in order for that even to be an option, right? Not only do you have to live in close proximity to your parents, right? That's one thing. Your parents have to be in good health, right? They have to have their own home. They have to have enough money to not only cover their healthcare costs, their home, but also the child that they take care of, right? They also have to be able to drive. They also have to have a license to be on the road just in case they have to take the kid somewhere, right? Think of they have to be not employed because they have to have the time to take care of the child. I mean, if we were to subsidize, right, if the government were to subsidize, right, grandparents taking care of their kids, if they were to, maybe give them some funding like we do with, say, how you pay nurses to, you can pay nurses to come stay at home, or you can have a caretaker in the family that will get paid to help, somebody else in the family that needs it. Something like that, where you can get subsidized, where the grandparents get, money from the government to take care of the child. I'm down with that. Oh, someone became a new Patreon member. Jim Bible just became a member. Thank you so much, Jim. Appreciate you, brother. You're the best. Appreciate you guys. Patreon.com/Boston Brian. You can see it on there's a little ticker here. See a little ticker? Yeah, it's a little ticker. So patreon.com/Boston Brian. 3 different tiers. Like I said, choose the one that fits you the most. There's VIP Zooms. Yeah, we got this. Let's take a look. See if this will go. I'm not sure if this will go over everything, but it will. See, this is our VIP Zooms we got coming up. We already had the September 4th one, obviously. We got our VIP Zoom coming up September 18th. I love chatting with you guys. I love hanging with you guys for the hour and change, whatever it may be, that we just shoot the shit, talk about cats and dogs and life and rain and weather, whatever it may be. Anything but politics, where we can just sit down and chat and get to know each other a little bit more. So if you become a Patreon member, that's something that you can get involved in. There's also different perks that you get, different items and shirts and fucking, shout out, that type of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff on there. I appreciate anybody that even takes a look to see if it fits your budget. Like I said, if you don't want to do the patreon.com, somewhere behind me is a join button, and that is $2, not even $2, man. It's $1.99. A Snickers is fucking $3.50. Okay, let's put that into perspective, please. Okay, I'd like to think that my time, what would that be in a month? So say 2 hours a show, so 8 hours a month. I'd like to think that's worth more than a Snickers, right? That's just what it becomes. That's just what it comes down to. So I appreciate you guys. 6 months for Carl. Let's fucking go, dude. Can't believe people have been around for 6 months already. So fucking cool to see. So cool to see like the numbers grow. It's cool to see the fucking like the membership time, the amount of time you've been. Yes, it is $3.50 for a Snickers. Go ahead, go get one. Go get one. I dare you. I'm telling you. $1.99. $1.99 behind me. I mean below me. $1.99. Bust a buck and try your luck. Boston Brian Blunt Politics coming at you. I could work at the carnival. I could do the Connie. I could do a Connie. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you. What's up, Kev? What's up, brother? 2-hour show. When have you ever gone that short? Right. Well, I have to now. I have a hard out because of football, right? Everybody's going to go watch their teams. Who can't live on $12K a month? I would be very happy. I would be very, very happy and very comfortable with $12K a month. More than enough. More than comfortable. More than comfortable. Hi, Lakeisha. Come see me in Boston Brian's Discord server. Yeah, you can join the Discord server. There's bostonbrian.com too, right? Where you can go, and it has all the links for my different social media platforms. Mel has done a fantastic job behind the scenes working on the fucking website. She's working on everything. She does everything for the show. The backgrounds, the overlays, the displays, the openings, the closings, the shirts. Like I said, all the merch, the mugs, everything. It's all Mel. So, shout out to Mel. Appreciate you. Love all the work that you do. I love you guys. Tell Logan I said hi if you're watching. I appreciate you. Say Snickers again. We need to warn voter. Say Snickers again. Say Snickers again, motherfucker. I dare you, motherfucker. Say Snickers one more time. I don't have a cupcake, though, Hal. Sorry if you're watching. I don't have a cupcake. Yes, yay, Mel. She is fucking fantastic and is absolutely the reason that the show continues to run. There are two reasons that the show continues to run. One is Mel, and the other one is you guys. So really, again, for the 834 people that are now watching on Twitter and YouTube, because I'm off fucking Instagram again. Oh no, there's just nobody watching on Instagram. That's embarrassing. Anyway, we'll take a croissant. Say nougat again. I'm a single mom living on less than $1,000 a month. I make it work. Jess, you are just fucking fantastic. Can I tell you that? Can I just tell you that? And you do a fantastic job. You really do. You really do. To make all of that work, as a single mom, any single moms out there, And shout out to single moms, right? Shout out to single moms making it work. How about that? Shout out to you guys making it work, busting your ass with little to no help, struggling financially, putting yourself behind your kids, always making sure that your kids have what they need, even if it comes at the expense of what you need. And again, if you're a single mom, Mel has already thought about that. As far as merch goes, there is merchandise on Get Dem shirts at myshopify.com relating to single moms, celebrating single moms that single moms can wear and, represent and let everybody know how hard they work and how much they should be appreciated. So Jess, Danny, Tegan, I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I'm very, very glad that you guys are part of the family and have been for a long time. So you are very much appreciated. Thank you so much. Do we even need to listen to the rest of this? We got about 20 minutes to go. Let's see what else he says.
A little bit more, or maybe there's an aunt or uncle that wants to help out a little bit more. If that happens, you relieve some of the pressure on all the resources that we're spending in daycare. Now, you talk about just daycare. Let's say you don't have somebody who can provide that extra set of hands. What we've got to do is actually empower people to get trained in the skills that they need for the 21st century. We've got a lot of people who love kids, who would love to take care of kids, but they can't, either because they don't have access to the education that they need, or maybe more importantly, because the state government says you're not allowed to take care of children unless you have some ridiculous certification that has nothing to do with taking care of kids. So empower people to get the skills they need. Don't force every early child.
Again, zero policy in there. Zero fucking policy in there whatsoever. Nothing. Just a useless response from the vice presidential candidate for the Republican side. Nothing to do there. Just he's got nothing. And again, the media has almost given up on JD Vance. It's not so much that it's not even worth it anymore. He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. He's uninspiring. He's a moron. He can't give correct answers. He spends most of his time trying to defend Donald Trump, and the other half is defending shit that he said in the past. So he can't even get to what a policy would be for this team. You just can't even get to it. All he's doing is defending Donald Trump, defending shit he said in the past, offending women, offending single moms. The guy, it ain't been a good. I don't know what his rating is, but I know he's still fucking well underwater. All right, but let's get to this. I already did this. I'm going to take that out. I'm not going to get to it, but there's a connection between a Trump advisor from 2016 and this whole Russia thing. You can look up the sanctions. It's an AP article tying. Oh, this is what else I wanted to show. I'm not going to have enough fucking time. Yeah, I wanted to do the Tucker Carlson interview, but I'm not going to have enough time on that one. That's sad because I really wanted to do that. Maybe we'll do that. No, because I want to show the Ukraine thing. All right, so we're going to do this for 8 minutes, and then we'll do Ukraine for 10 minutes. And then I'll let you guys go. How's that sound? Because I just want to get into a little bit of this. All right, here we go. Sorry, I love you guys. I don't mean to expose you to Tucker Carlson just in case he laughs. I do apologize. But this is right up my wheelhouse. This is a discussion on World War II, and he talks about we're not going to probably get into it, but because we don't have enough time. But he tries to talk about how Winston Churchill was the reason that Europe fell apart, basically, which is fucking asinine. But here we go. Here's Tucker Carlson with, I don't know what this guy's name. Daryl Cooper is the guy's name, and this is the true history of the Jonestown cult, World War II, and how Winston Churchill ruined Europe. That's what we're looking at here. So here we go.
I'm really interested in the project that you're working on now. I'm a little bit baffled by it, so I'm just going to answer my own question. So you were working on World War II, which has to be, even more than the Kennedy assassination, the most written about event in human history. I can't think of one that has occasioned more books. So why World War II?
Well, I was giving a talk to a graduate history class at the University of Vienna a while back online, giving them a talk. And one of the things that I said to them, and I was curious how this was going to go over in Austria, but it seemed to go over all right, is I told them over the next few decades, like, look, anytime you have a historical event, for us in the United States, it's the civil rights movement, it's World War II, and to a certain degree, it's still the Civil War. Everything in between and before those things, you can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. You think that the Russians were to blame for World War I and not the Germans. You think it was all British conspiracy. You can do whatever you want. It's fine.
What does that mean? You can do whatever you want. I don't. What does that mean?
Because that's not part of the founding mythology of the order that we're all living in at this time, right? Those other things are. And whenever you have a historical event that is mythologized, and when I say that, I don't mean myth like that's a myth, that's a lie. That's not what I mean. I mean that it's a formative part of how we all understand the world we're in, or at least officially, like the official world, like that.
Yeah, the structures we live in.
It's the justification for a lot of those structures, right? Whenever you have those things, you're going to have taboos.
I feel like he's setting up a really bad take right now. I feel like this is a really long setup for a really bad take coming up.
Going to have certain ways that certain topics have to be talked about that are going to guarantee that topic is just profoundly misunderstood. And I told the students at the University of Vienna, I said, over the next couple decades, like we're going to get to a point where the interwar period and the Second World War are far enough away that people can actually start taking a more honest look at everything that went on. And it is going to be the most fruitful place that any aspiring historian can dive into, because we've spent the last 70 years, I mean, in Europe's case, like literally throwing people in jail for looking into the wrong corners, right? So
I'm lost on what is he trying to set up here? What is he trying to set up here? I'm lost on what he's trying to convey to us here. So far, the only thing that I can kind of relate to is the fact that we're so far away from World War II that this is why we're starting to see the rise of fascism, in different parts of the world. I believe that because we are so far removed from the horrors of World War II, that it is just words in a book. It is just pictures in a book. It is just stories on the internet. It's not real. You don't have any physical or there's no impact to you where you could talk to your grandmother or aunt or uncle who may have been involved somehow in the war, and they can convey to you the atrocities and just the hell that they went through, and what it meant and what they fought for. If more people were around, if there were more veterans still alive, God bless their souls, to convey to the people, to convey to everybody the horrors that we just cannot go back to, then this would not happen. But because we are so far removed, it's just basically a story that people hear, and it's not a real. It's becoming less and less real.
Even particularly in Austria,
right. And so even in the United States,
it was an invaded country, so I'm not exactly sure why it's so important.
Yeah,
Austria was annexed, not invaded, technically.
Well, I mean, it's a big topic, but I mean, even the United States, where
oh, Jesus fucking Christ, he had to pull it out. We were doing so good. No laughs from Tucker Carlson. He had to pull it out. Now I'm going to throw up.
Where you're not going to go to jail necessarily for doing that.
I feel like I want to fast forward this, but I feel like if I do, I'm going to miss. Let's see.
Taking an approach that might lead them to information or to conclusions that are not part of the state religion's version of that event, and again, you're going to find that. I'm sure the Peloponnesian Wars were like that for the ancient Greeks.
Well, that's absolutely right. Well, by the way, the American Revolution, which is now totally irrelevant to modern America, unfortunately, was like that. The life of Lincoln was like that. Lincoln was an very complicated guy. It's not an endorsement of slavery. Well, speaking for myself, I think slavery is disgusting. It's the worst thing.
Way to put yourself out there, Tucker. Way to step out on the ledge on that one.
You're saying is absolutely right. It's not just the Second World, the mythology. So do you think that we are far enough away, 80 years from that war, where you can try to take as an objective a look as you can, and that will be allowed.
No, I don't. Start to break the ice a little bit. And this is something I'm very aware of as I research it and start to work on the project, is that when you have a mythologized historical event,
I don't know how
Tim told.
I don't know how fucking Tim wears this thing all day. Jesus Christ. Look what it does to your hair. Good Lord Almighty. Good Lord Almighty. I'm going spiked. I guess I got to go spiked because I'm fucking hot.
It is. I mean, again, you go to a lot of places in Europe, it's a legal requirement. Over here, it's not quite that, but it almost might as well be where that this event is going to be described from a certain perspective. You're going to approach it a certain way. There are just certain things you're not allowed to question. You have to.
Like, literally, it's a crime to ask questions.
Right.
Yes.
What the fuck are you talking about?
To that account, like you're trying to just.
Does he talk about World War II at all in this? I thought this was about World War II. What the fuck's going on here?
This side. And so if you start talking about the interwar period and how the Weimar culture, after the First World War led
the Weimar Republic
to something like the rise of the National Socialists, and why
you could kind of know.
People who embraced that movement did embrace it in a way that's not just, was because they were, you had this country, Germany, a sophisticated cultural, superpower that was fine. And then they all turned into demons for a few years and now they're fine again. Like that's sort of the official story. And I think deep down, we all know that makes no sense. Everything has a cause,
No, it was a political movement that took over the society, that captivated the people through propaganda and use of different mind manipulation ways, and Joseph Goebbels using paper and news and radio to basically, and then what happened was fucking the perfect storm that ended up happening with the crash of the Wall Street, and then that trickled down, and then next thing you know, fucking loaf of bread in Germany is I don't know, fucking $40 million or some bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's like the collapse of the Weimar Republic, the democracy in Germany, combined with the inflation, combined with the job loss, combined with the actions of Russia, combined with the situation going on with the Sudetenland in Poland. There's a lot of things that contributed to this. A lot of fucking things.
Again, to go back, like Uday Hussein got to be Uday Hussein from that 3-year-old little kid. Jim Jones got to be Jim Jones from being that guy who was just an earnest local Indianapolis civil rights activist. They all got to be those people that led to the chaos that they eventually invited into the world and onto themselves and their people through their experiences in the world, and through a series of decision points that at the time, if you can bring yourself to step into the shoes of those people, and it's not a comfortable thing to do. I mean, when I literally listened to probably 2,000 hours of Jim Jones's sermons and him screaming at his people and just going insane, to the point where I was dreaming about this guy for months. I would have my headphones in as I was working, listening to Jim Jones.
Again, just fucking weird thing to say. Why is this supposedly about World War II? Skipping ahead. See,
that we're a multivariate species that can go to do that. And for an event like World War II, where, I mean, the one rule is that you shall not do that. You shall not look at this topic and try to understand how the Germans saw the world.
What in the fuck is he talking about? It is the most researched. It is the most fucking, I don't know. It is the most described and talked about war in the history of mankind. It is the most fucking researched and dissected piece of fucking history that this planet has ever seen. What the fuck is he talking about?
Like how the whole thing from the first.
Correct, Surrender Monkey. Correct. Germany faked their border violation horseshit. I'm assuming that's what it is. Yes, they faked the radio station attack. They dressed up. They dressed up their own people as Polish soldiers. They went in and faked it. It was actually pretty didn't have the effect it was supposed to have, but it gave Hitler the I don't know, the excuse he was looking for, the reason he was looking for, the thing that he could claim was the reason he went into Germany. Also, that if you remember, it was the treatment of Germans in, say, the Sudetenland, around in areas of Poland. Basically, they used fake propaganda to say that the German citizens in these areas, the German nationalists, the German people were being abused and mistreated. So that's why they needed to go in there. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot going on. 1255. Fuck. I don't even think the guy talked about World War II.
World War. You can say, well, they're justifying themselves, or they're rationalizing their evil. It's
The
fine for
fuck?
people.
Most of us, well,
That was it?
Years, their company is
What
making
is this bullshit?
a great way, one of the few
You are
privacy when you
joking me.
to get unsatisfying. I mean, it's childish and shallow, of course.
Myths.
100%.
And you need them.
I don't understand. Where's the World War II?
Because he was a slave owner,
Completely
right?
agree.
And so, like, there are sacred symbols and national myths that any group of people are going to need to hold themselves together.
And there's also peril in knowing the truth about things. I mean, if
All right, done with him. Sorry, I don't know. Thought it was going to be better. My apologies. I don't know what the fuck was going on. If it was any longer, then it's not worth listening to. But that interview led to one of the most fucking ridiculous threads I've ever read on Twitter. You could probably go to Twitter, type in World War II denial thread, and it might come in, and it's fucking unbelievable. There's another character on Twitter that is basically trying to rewrite history as they go. But I just wanted to take a look at this before we go. Only got a couple minutes left. Let's see here. Let's do this one. Let's do this. Sorry, hold on. Christ. Stop. All right, I'm trying to share this one. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go back. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll do the big one. How about that? I'll do this one. That way you can see. All right, so these are, just to set up, these are what they call Ukrainian Dragon drones being dropped on Russian-held positions in occupied Kharkiv. What these are dropping is thermite, which is a terrifying, terrifying weapon, if I do say so myself. And I just want to be clear to let you know that this is not an exclusive thing to Ukraine. Russia has also been using thermite in illegal ways. This is being used in the proper way to eliminate enemy defenses, eliminate cover for the enemy. I don't think this video has any sound. I mean, any words, but it gives you a good illustration, a good view of what these drones and this thermite can do. So you can see how fast the thermite goes through the trees, right? Once it's dropped at, what's it say, 2200 degrees Celsius, it's just molten metal coming in, and anything that fucking can burn will burn. And that's you included, sir. So again, just basically to eliminate cover for the Russians, eliminate the tree line, eliminate their bunkers, eliminate their fucking shelters that they have. Just look at it. Just would you look at it? Just look at it. Would you look at it? Look at that fucking shit. Look at that shit. That is just wild. Just a look at that. Look at the area. Look at the area. It's burned. Gone. Sorry. Bye-bye. And this is what it does after. This is what it looks like after. Look at that. Look at that. You are not finding cover in there, my friend. That is going to have to be one position. You're going to have to be abandoned. Retreat. Unbelievable. All right. So that's the same video. All right, let's check this out now, as we always do. I got 1 minute left. We're gonna go through the Reddit for a second, see if we can find any cool videos. Um, basically, we're in the same position. I want to say, as we reported, the Russians partially repaired the bridge next to Qatar's in Kursk, but the Ukrainians' aviations have attacked it again with precision bombs. So right after Russia fixes it, Ukraine strikes it again. Oh, here's a nice little video we could end on. Check this out. That's cute. That's cute. A little anything you can find to kill the time, to pass the time, to have some companionship out there on the front lines is, very much appreciated to them, I'm sure. For those just listening, this is a destroyed Russian self-propelled gun, 2S9 Nona S, presumably in the Kherson region. Doesn't look like that's going to be used anymore, I got to say. All right. Unfortunately, I have run out of time, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. The NFL has begun. I hope you and your team have a great Sunday. Go Patriots. I appreciate all of you guys. Hope next week we'll do it at the same time. But again, we're working on, a couple permanent days where we could set this up. We also have the debate coming up. Don't forget. I'll be live for the debate, covering the debate. Tuesday night, 8:30, September 10th, 8:30. Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. We're going to watch the SmackDown together. We're going to chat about it together in the chat. I will not be talking over the debate. I will give in my opinion afterwards, or if there's intermissions or commercials or anything like that. So any chat that's going on will be in the chat. So just so you know, I'm not going to sit here and talk over. Basically, it's just a place to come hang out, come chat. Like I said, come hang out with the people in the chat and discuss what's going on. I love you guys. I do appreciate you guys very much. And now we're going to take the part of the show where we go through everybody that contributed. We're going to try to do it fast because I know I'm over. Patrick, thank you so much. Berkeley, what's going on, my brother? Betsy, Tanya, as a mod, contributing, just fucking unbelievable. Jennifer, thank you so much. Josh, thank you so much. Fancy. Oh, sorry, they weren't showing up on screen. I do apologize. Patrick again for the 6 months. Moms Russo, let's fucking go. Who's next? Jen again. Let's fucking go. You guys are fantastic. Don Gifton, Arlen, been a member for 5 months. Good morning, my brother. How are you? Let's see here. Russ coming in hot and heavy with a few of them today. I appreciate you, Russ. Who else we got? Benny Loco, fucking just burning the pavement up, trying to get people registered to vote. Instagram has disconnected me again. They can kiss my ass. Kathy, Sally, Michael coming in with 20. Thank you so much. D, 10 gifted subs. What a fantastic fucking person you are. Patrick again. Patrick fucking might be the MVP today. My pleasure to donate to you guys. Are wicked awesome, says Patrick. Mary Spirit, thank you so much for becoming a member. Kathy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Wayne, been a member for 4 months, and he's happy about it, and he's going to vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, and I fucking thank him for that. Skullsaw, thank you so much. Arizona Sunflowers, always here, always contributing. Fucking big part of our chat. We appreciate you so much, Arizona Sunflowers. Coffee Canada, let's go. Oh, Cantata, sorry. Coffee Cantata, thank you much for the super sticker. JD, what's this say? 5 months you've been here? Oh, no, you gifted 5 memberships. You fucking saint you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sally. Ring Sally up, ring Sally down. Ring Sally up, Bring Sally down. I don't know. It pops in my head every time I hear the name Sally. It kills me. JD again. Thank you so much. Sorry I'm late. No problem, dude. No fucking problem. You guys roll out of bed, have your coffee, do what you do. It's all right with me. Just as long as you show up and watch this at some point, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, please, if you have not done so. It's free. You don't have to. It's free to subscribe. It's free. The join is different than subscribe, if you don't know. To subscribe is free. Hit the bell. That will let you know when I'm live, when I'm doing any events, when I'm on, when I'm not on. And then to join is the $2 a month, $1.99 a month. That's different from the subscribe, just in case anybody is confused on that one. Sama, Corey, thank you so much. JD again. Mark P, thank you so much, my brother. Appreciate you. Hope you and Liz are doing well. Michael McAndrews, thank you so much. Jodes, let's go. My brother Gifton, thank you so much. JD with the Ray Bork. Damn, that's usually Wes's spot. Wes ain't going to be happy. You're taking his Ray Bork from him. Early time slot bonus. Thank you, JD. Let's see. Angela, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. Thank you, dog. Fucking Sama coming back, gifting memberships. Robin with the $10. Greg became a new member. Vincent throwing in 5. Eileen's been a member for 2 months. Fucking fantastic. All right, here we go. Slacks, as always. Thank you, Slacks, once again for your fucking your package, keeping me penned up. I got paper for days, brother. Graham, thank you so much for not only the $20 super sticker, but also the $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. Both just as meaningful to me. What's it say? AI or Al? That Al Yorkie 6? Slava Ukraina. Heroyam Slava, supporting this gentleman and the people he represents, because not only is it a huge part of humanity that we have to dig deep down into, but it is also part of our national security, part of the world security, the food and what we pay for grain. I mean, there's lots of going on here. So, Al Yorkie, appreciate you and your support. Thank you so much. Christine G, Josh Jameson, let's fucking go. Corey Barton, Leslie Martell becoming a member. Corey's been here for 5 months because he's a fucking G. Thank you so much, Josh, again. Phil Parisi, thank you for the super sticker, brother. Luis, thank you so much. What do you got for me, brother? What do you got, dude? Let's see. I just got off work and we'll catch the first hour after the show. Go Hawks. Season begins today, and I hope the best for the team at Boston. Roots for as well. Not a fan of the Patriots. Not many people are. You typically have to be from New England to be a fan of the Patriots. I don't hold it against you because I hate every other team too. But I do wish everybody well. I hope everybody does well and their team does well. If you're betting, gamble responsibly, and good luck with that. I do appreciate it. Colleen, supporting the future. What'd it say? Supporting the future of the young, true patriots like you. Thank you so much. Like I said, you guys are the real patriots, but I do appreciate the sentiment. Patrick again. Jess Nichols again. Ricky gifting memberships. Let's fucking go. God, this is just unbelievable. Yes, I told you. I didn't see it before, but I knew Wes was here. Spoiling my kid. How much is 7.7K? Depends on whether it's a year or a day. Give Granny some money. You made the fucking kid. Thank you so much, Wes. I appreciate you. 2 $7.70 77 super chats in one show. I don't know if that's ever happened. Carl, thank you so much. Rocks, come on. You're fucking fantastic. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Also, Ahmad, thank you for your services. Appreciate you so much. Ricky, thank you. Let's fucking go. Look at all you beautiful people here. Look at all you fucking beautiful people. And Robin coming again. Say Snickers again. Danny coming back in. Are you trying to make us cry now? It's working. We love you so much. Thank you for being an absolutely amazing person. Please, what the fuck you guys are thanking me for? You guys keep me going. You guys are the beautiful people. Like I said, you and Jess and Tegan and the kitty cats and the lions and tigers that you own are a huge part of this community. And a huge part of the reason why I do this. Like I said, you guys are there every Zoom call. You've been here every week. You commenting, whether it's TikTok or whatever the fuck it may be. So believe me, you deserve it. You deserve it. Every bit of it. And you guys do a fantastic job of, taking care of your situation and also helping other people out. So thank you to you, Tegan, Jess, Danny, appreciate you. Just got my 200th voter registered since March. I'll be celebrating at 21st Century Suffragettes at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. See you there. Make sure you guys check that out, please. Make sure you guys are checking out the Suffragettes at 7 p.m. Benny Loco just signed 200 registered voters. Congratulations, Benny Loco. And thank you so much for the work that you do. Like I said, it is very much appreciated. We talk about it off show. We have been thinking about it, and it is a big reason why we're going to do a segment that highlights beautiful, wonderful people that may be in our chat and how they help the community and how they help democracy and that type of stuff. So thank you so much, Benny. Congratulations, and thank you from everybody. I really do appreciate it. He's speaking with a dog whistle tone. Thank you, Colleen. He absolutely is, or was, excuse me. Jimbo, proud Patreon since 9:40 a.m. Jimbo, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Like I said, all of these things help immensely. And if you're in the position to do so, I would absolutely appreciate you doing so. Because I cannot do this without the support of you guys and without these super chats and without the super stickers and the memberships and the Patreons and whatever it may be, the Venmos, and I cannot keep this going without you guys. So the more you guys help me, the more I'm able to help and entertain and inform you guys. So it's a back and forth. Like I said, the money that comes in here is also contributed to many other channels in many different ways. So I like to think of it as a big circle where it comes back. It comes back to you somehow in some form. It may not be cash, but it's entertainment, information, facts, truth, optimism, joy, enthusiasm. That's what these do. Just got back from the grandkids hockey tryouts. Let's fucking go, Sheldon. Hockey's my sport, brother. We'll have to watch the show tomorrow. Football is just about to start. Keep up the great work. Shout out to Mel and the mods. Sheldon, no problem, dude. Absolutely no problem. If you guys catch it later, whenever you want to catch it is on you. As long as you hit that like button, as long as you're subscribed to the channel, it doesn't matter when you watch. I hope the grandkids did well. If you have any video or anything like that, Boston Brian at bostonbrianmtn@gmail.com. I would love to see it. I love that stuff. I follow this TikTok page that where the kid is mic'd up and it's just like a little kid. He's playing goalie, but it is the cutest, sweetest friggin' the channel ever. He's hilarious. But Sheldon, again, thank you for your contributions. We really do appreciate it here. And again, I hope they did well at the tryouts. I'm sure they did. Let's see here. Stephanie B2, thanks, Mark, for the gifted membership. Thank you for thanking Mark. It's very nice of you. That's what should happen if you get one. Josh, back at it. Brian, you and Hal should discuss the debate together afterwards. I'm up for it after. Yeah, absolutely. I think we did last time, right? Not that we want to remember that debate, but yeah, I'm up for that. If Hal's going to be on, if he wants to join, or if he wants me to join, I'm up for it. I don't know if you watch. I don't know if I didn't see him in the chat today, but if Hal, if you're listening, let me know. We can set it up. Your people, my people. Thank you for making us laugh. I do appreciate it, Patricia. Thank you so much. I hope I do. I hope I'm in some way entertaining. I hope I can make this some way, fucking palatable to you guys, because it's not the easiest subject. It's not the most entertaining thing to talk about politics and the ins and outs of childcare and Congress and how to pass bills and where the money is going. It's not always entertaining at all. So that's why Hal and myself and Midas Touch, and we try to bring a little added something to make it palatable to you guys, to make it so you want to keep coming back and learning and that stuff. So I hope that I do that for you guys. I really do. David McPeak, thank you so much for becoming. Oh, you gifted a membership. Thank you so much, buddy. It's very generous of you. Patrick coming back. Patrick's the MVP today. I'm calling it now. I know I'm 15 minutes over, and I apologize. I'll be out here in 2 minutes. You're the reason we're here, Brian. Thank you. Take the appreciation already. I'm not very good at that, as you can tell. Not very good at that. Great work, Benny Loco. Amen, Sheldon. And that rounds out the contributions for the channel today. I love you guys. I'll let you go. I know football started. I am so sorry to keep you so long, but I really do appreciate you guys. I love doing this. I hope you enjoy it just as much as I do. I will check on what's going on at Twitch for next week. But yeah, I love you. Keep kicking ass. I'll see you here same time, same place next week. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. Help somebody out. Tell your family you love them because I love you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And now I have to somehow find what button I click to make this a streamless exit, which I've already failed. Hopefully I don't come back.
P.S. Pats, let's go!
Nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat it. Gettysburg, what an unbelievable battle that was. The Battle of Gettysburg, what an unbelievable. I mean, it was so much and so interesting and so vicious and horrible and so beautiful in so many different ways. It represented such a big portion of the success of this country. Gettysburg, wow. I go to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania to look and to watch.
Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate you. I don't know why it stopped, but it did. Thanks, Corey.
We've endorsed JP, right? J.D. Mandel, and he's doing great.
What uranium is, right? This thing called nuclear weapons and other things, like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you. An illegal thing, and you just look at this, what's happening. Never fight uphill, me boys, never fight uphill. They were fighting uphill. He said, wow, that was a big mistake. He lost his great general, and they were fighting. Never fight uphill, me boys, but it was too late.
No, get those lights off! Off! Turn them off, they're too bright, turn them off! Call them dumps, big massive dumps.
Yesterday's a hard word for me. Vagina.
The population in Thailand is 63 million people. It is twice the size of Wyoming. Its chief exports are textiles, footwear, and rice. Each year, approximately 13,000 people are killed in car accidents in Thailand.
Vagina. Biden border well, you know this, right? Our army manned the air. It ran the ramparts. It took over the airports. It did everything it had to do. All I know about magnets is this. Give me a glass of water. Let me drop it in the magnet. Stupid people. When I want
debate, if we didn't have a debate, he'd still be there. Can you imagine if we didn't have a debate? Why the hell did I debate him?